I wish I had gotten here earlier. There's a Rivian pickup truck. What's more surprising, look at his time. 7:47. Impressive. So I just happened to still be there on time because the Rivian was actually still in the competition. Just parked there in a parking lot between rounds. I sat there and I watched this truck. By the way, there are a couple of pictures of it coming up. I watched this truck go round after round, easily. Try and say that 3 times. Effortlessly. I think I got it. Anyway, watch this car easily go 747 each round, silently and extremely quickly down the track. It was absolutely impressive. And after each round, he would go park the vehicle in the parking lot, then return to the lanes when his class was called. Then he pulls up to the line, and this happens. So I watched the Rivian go down the track, and for the first time all night, it went at 7:44. I don't know if he had a scramble button or what, but it was interesting to see that vehicle and to watch it perform. It was interesting because in each round that he ran in, he would pull into his particular lane. The other vehicle would pull in, back into the water, do its burnout with its loud, open-headed V8 screaming, and pull up to the line. And the Rivian simply, effortlessly, I'm having a hard time saying that word, easily, I'll use that one, walked past the vehicle at 7:47. Without any seeming effort other than being there. And like I said earlier, then he'd park the car in the parking area and come up to the stands and watch some of the other action until his class was called. Easy. No effort other than showing up at the track. And that's what I found interesting. And I'm not here to debate EVs over internal combustion engines. You obviously could tell that I'm a person who came up during a time of the internal combustion engine, and my first experience at the drag strip was with high winding small block engines sidestepping clutches at 10,000 RPM launching down the track. Yeah, so we are all creatures of habit. We are all tied to what we are familiar with. And that was the interesting thing that I noted. Imagine a field full of these EVs. Every one of them pulling up to the line, no burnout required, silently, other than the rubber on the track treatment. All of them running 747 with no effort other than showing up there. Is there potential for it? Probably not. It would be interesting to see, but yes, there is a class of electric vehicles out there. I'm very well aware of that, and it is very interesting. Again, I'm not debating it. What I am drawing the comparison to, if you will allow, is the fact that after each round, he pulls into the parking area and comes up to the stands. Not to the pits, doesn't lift the hood, doesn't check anything, doesn't have to change anything, doesn't have to do anything other than show up. One of the things that makes drag racing so interesting for me are the variables. And anybody who's been racing, knows what I speak of when I say the variables. The things that you have absolutely no control over or complete control over. timing, temperature. Are your parts going to break? Is your car wounded already? What about you as the driver? We've seen it time and time again at the track. Two extremely prepared cars will pull up beside each other, stage, and race. Sometimes the only difference is the driver's skill at the tree or the driver's skill down the track. The variables that come into play with that type of racing are numerous, incalculable, I got that one out, and always one of the things for me that makes drag racing infinitely interesting. So maybe there's a bit of a fear from seeing this EV that this interesting aspect of drag racing might disappear. Part of me doesn't think so, because as long as there's somebody out there who knows what an internal combustion engine is, linked through some type of transmission, be it automatic, standard shift, or not at all, then there's going to be somebody that throws together a piece of machinery with all of the variables that are involved with machines to make it run faster than the next person that you pull up beside. And for my money, I hope that's where the sport stays. Not to the point where it gets so predictable that every vehicle pulls up to the line and runs a 747 just for showing up. So there's my rant today. Not a rant, it's actually just an observation. Yeah, I want to see the EVs come out. I want to learn more about them and everything else. But I'm also saying, don't give up the sport, folks. Don't give up your dream. Go ahead and go for it. Willie at the No Bucks Garage. See you soon.